Yo, what's up, cowboys? I just wanted to talk to everybody about, I say cowboys and cow ladies. That's a good one. Yes, ma'am. Well, bless you. Bless you. I'm not here to do baby talk. I'm here to talk about something extremely serious. Something critical. In this day and age, how are you people?
Mama.
Oh, yeah, definitely more. Sponsor.
Mama.
Yeah. More for you. In this day and age, how are you treating your grocery store attendants? How? I went to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. As usual, that turns into a couple more things. And I'm going in, and let me tell you, I had 2 encounters in the same day with 2 completely different grocery store employees that floored me. How are we treating these people? One man was restocking what seemed to be a recently emptied and repaired freezer section where the Bubba burgers are, and that sort of thing is something that I'm interested in. That sort of thing. So I go up and I'm strapped up with a little baby on my chest, and I'm walking around like a little sim. I feel like a sim at the grocery store. So I made sure that I put on my headphones and listen to true crime, so that it rips me out of my. It rips my peace away, so I remember that life is really happening. And I'm walking, and I go up to this guy, and I'm grabbing chicken nuggets out of the other side, and I say, excuse me, is this where the Bubba burgers are? And he looks down, and there's a big pile of boxes next to him, and the top one is this big box, and it says Bubba burgers on it. And he looks down at it. He's this big man. I mean, someone like in a bar, you'd probably be like, sorry, buddy. And he looks at me, and his face is like bright red, and he's like, he's like, I'll open the box. The freezer is broken. I am so sorry. And I was like, it's all right. I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's okay, I'll come back tomorrow. He's like, no, I really do apologize, ma'am, because I can't open the box. Please give me a second, I will open the box. I was like, I wanted, exactly, she was there, so she knows. I wanted to say, if you open this box for me, I will not be happy. That would have been so embarrassing. How are you people treating the how are there really people? Not you guys. It would never be you guys. I know. Anyone watching my channel, you have to have some kind of fun, foundational wisdom and empathy, because how are these poor people getting treated? That this man was like, I'll open the box. Like, I mean, if it was in your house, someone would be like, they're not open yet. Give me 5 minutes. And the equivalent would be like, sorry, this shit's broken. It's not going to be in for like an hour. Sorry. It is what it is, but these people are getting beaten or something. Because then I'm going and I'm like, well, I told him, I said, look, I even held it up. I said, look, I have chicken nuggets. That'll be fine. Because it is. What's the difference between a Bubba burger and chicken nuggets? I mean, Then I go to the other aisle, and there's a young man who has brought me my pickup orders to the trunk a couple times. So that's like a personal thing. You're coming up to someone's car, you're seeing what's in their trunk. I have 2 very young babies. It's so obvious. They're sitting I have a Toyota Corolla. They're sitting in the back seats, and you can see that I have 2 children, and there's all kinds of baby stuff in the trunk. This guy's brought my groceries out 5 or 6 times now over the past few months, and I try to be polite, so sometimes we have a conversation. And I come up, and he has this big cart. He's doing pickup orders on a big cart, and it's in front of the cling wrap and the parchment paper.
Mama.
Yes, there is one. It's almost gone. There's almost not. I think it's gone. Here. All right, let's call it gone. So I got crumbs all over the place. All right, let's call it gone. All gone. And this guy's got the pickup card that he does in front of both the cling wrap and the parchment paper. It's all along the wall. And I come up and I go, I think you're right in front of the stuff I need. And I'm not even kidding. And he's looking down. When he looks up, he goes, okay. Yeah. Definitely. And he moves it out of the way. He's like, thank you for saying that. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not going to act like I'm confused. I wasn't confused. I knew I understood his reaction. He was, surprised that someone just spoke to him. And I've seen this in grocery stores. More and more people are doing this thing where, the guy and the woman with, Pepsi containers all over the sides of their carts. Or one's over here, one's over there, and they're each looking at the different brands of, the equivalent of Dr. Pepper. And the cart's in the middle, and they're on either side, and they take up the rest of the space. And people, instead of being like, oh, excuse me, can I get by? How polite is that? That is polite. That's polite. And now we live in a society where, saying anything at all is considered impolite. Are people this afraid? So people are this afraid of each other, but then they go and treat the grocery store attendants like shit? Because this guy was like, thank you for actually saying something. And I was like, yeah. And then as he was saying that, I could see he recognized me a little, and I was like, yeah. I was like, he's like, people stand there and just wait for me to move. They won't just say, and then they're angry the whole time. They're huffing at me. And I was like, hey. I'm really sorry you gotta deal with that. I was like, I should have said, I'm on a campaign of authenticity and kindness, motherfucker. I'm reading Thoreau. Brother, I've never found someone that I jibed so that just understood me through time. And it's a man. Well, I'm only 20 some pages in, so we'll have to see. Is it yummy? So back to the grocery store. Here's the thing. Who in their right mind would treat poorly the people who are handling your food? If you're in the grocery store, you are most likely there to buy food or something that's going to touch food or something that's going to be in your home and someone in your family is going to be using or looking at or touching. These are the people who have access to our foods. Yes. Are there cameras on every aisle? Yes. Are these people mostly high schoolers? Yes! High schoolers are disgusting. You're going to tell me that you're going to go treat some high schooler who's going to touch your food like shit? That high schooler, I promise you, doesn't give a fuck if you die. They don't care. They don't have the frontal lobe. What is it, the prefrontal cortex? What is the thing that high schoolers don't have? That babies and high schoolers don't have? It hasn't grown in yet. They don't have that, okay? They're like little psychos, okay? So if you're gonna go and you're gonna leave your cart in the middle of the aisle, dude, this young autistic man who loves my baby, is so nice to my baby. I always try to go in the aisle that he's bagging in. They also send, now he's not he's medium high functioning. He's pretty good, but you can tell, he couldn't look at an eye for God. For God, this man couldn't look in an eye. And he goes and gets the cart. It was 99 degrees. And when I pulled up, he had a huge ring of sweat. And I walked in with one of the babies. And I was like, hi, Ryan. And he's just like, I swear, he looked me in the eye that time. He was dying of a heat stroke. So, even that guy, this is how, and people are right in front of him. They're like, hey, Ryan, fuck you. And they shove their cart down the parking lot so it runs in the back. And they know he has to go get it. Put your carts away. Say excuse me. The employees of the grocery store are not all Marty the robot. Okay, they're not all Marty the robot. They're Ryan. They're Kurt. They are Emily. They are Lucia. They are Debbie. Oh, Debbie's nice. Please, can you tell how upset I am about this? Because this grocery store is so close to me, it's like my pantry. We forgot the thing we need in 5 minutes for dinner. I will be there and back. These people are like my family. So to hear that, these people are treated poorly, and let me tell you something else. Back to my rant about the food and these employees, even grown people who are being treated poorly don't care if you die. They don't. So, if you have the same special meat order every week and you keep treating that butcher like shit, or the butcher hears that you keep treating that 15-year-old attendant who's actually his niece's best friend like shit. Yeah, Harry, the Smiths are coming. Get one of the old ones. Yeah, I know, but it's the day of, right? The date's the day of. It's fine. They come every week. We gotta sell it. And they treated me like shit, and they called my niece's best friend a hua right to her face in the checkout line. Yep. So, put your carts away. Be polite to the people. Oh, and let me tell you one more thing. The managers, the loss prevention, the people who, because you're like, there are cameras. These people. Yeah, it's crumbs. Do you want a watermelon? That'd be yummy, right? Miss Tiny wants a little food. So back to what I'm saying about the people watching the cameras, the people managing the floor employees, the manager, that guy you always see, and he's bald right here. He's bald just right there, and he's got this big Irish jowls, and his white button-up shirt is like pressing up against his jowls, and his double chin's coming out, and his shoulders are always like this because he's so tense for managing a grocery store. But he's always really tall. He's really tall, and he looks like the rat circus guy from Coraline, because like he's really a lot of top and like long skinny legs from not really having time to like build muscle in his lower half. And his name's always Steve. Yeah, they don't care. After a while of managing a grocery store, you just become, you think that guy cares, he's one of them. He becomes one of the employees. So Steve, the manager, if Bob and Harry, or whoever the butcher's name was, if Bob and Harry come to Steve, Steve's like, hey, did you sell Mr. and Mrs. Smith they always do this, fuck, did you sell Mr. and Mrs. Smith a day expired ham? Come on, Harry, please. And Harry's like, sir, we had to sell it. I don't know. Bob just told me to grab it. It's not a big deal. All right, well, Mrs. Smith called and asked if it was the meat. Mrs. Smith called Bob's niece's best friend from high school a hua at the checkout line. Okay. All right, well, in that case, fuck him. Fuck him. Get out of here. Get back to work. Fuck him. You know what I mean? So, that's on you. That's on you. And I will tell you something else. That day that I had these nice conversations with these employees, because I was like, no, please don't open it for me. I was like, it's fine. Look, I have chicken nuggets. Like, on my way out, I'm behind this couple, right? And it's this man and this woman, and he's wearing a Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt, these Tommy Bahama white pants. We live in like the sticks. There's no beach. There's a lake, but there's no beach. There is a lake. Fuck, he was definitely going to the lake. I guess people dress beachy for the lake. Huh. They're walking behind me, and his wife is wearing like a tennis outfit with these like neon pink tennis shoes and this matching skirt, and I'm like, wow. And for honestly, in the name of authenticity, I judged those people to be judging me. Honestly, I swear to God, if I'm gonna keep it authentic, I'll keep it real. And I'm walking behind them, and I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm, this young mom. I was talking way too much with the young cashier, but I see her all the time, so I'm like, blah, 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 the weather, blah, 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 like all this and all that, the broken freezer, blah, 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 that guy was so nice, blah, blah, like, so they're probably like, oh my God, that girl is crazy. I get a little nervous that people think I'm crazy because I'm so animated, and, like, they tested me for the bipolar. I'm not. They thought I was bipolar. It turns out I don't have mania. I am mania, naturally, but I get plenty of sleep, and the impulsive things I do are on a consistent basis, so it's not a disease. And I'm walking behind this old couple, and I presume them to be judging me, which is so, now, saying it out loud is really embarrassing, but in the moment, for the sake of authenticity, in the moment it feels a little bit like, I'm better than them because I'm ahead of them. I already know that they judged me, so I got it. I'm catching them from the front.
Mommy.
Murphy, do you want more watermelon? Can I have it? It's for me? Watermelon, yummy, yummy. Watermelon, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 watermelon. Man, I make myself laugh, dude. Yeah, so I get out there, and they were at the aisle next to me. So I saw them, but I didn't register them. I just, that neon pink tennis skirt. An older couple, probably in their mid-60s. And I'm walking out behind them, and I'm like, ahead of their judgment, because if I assume that they judged me first, and I get ahead of it, then they can't hurt me, right? Because I beat them there. Oh, I get it. I'm trash. I'm young. I talk too much. I'm crazy. I get it. That's what they think of me. Not at all. Not the case at all. It was exacerbated when we walked up to their Land Rover, parked next to my shitty little, sedan. That's a little dinked up on a couple corners. We're parked right next to each other. And I go up with my cart. So I have my baby strapped, the little cart with stuff. And it's hot as fuck. So as a mom, you got to prioritize. Okay, so I always gather my thoughts when I get to the car with the car, especially when I have one or two babies. And I think, okay, because as a woman, you can't get in, you can't. Hi, baby. As a woman, you can't really get in your car and just sit there.
Mommy.
Murphy. So, I get to my car. I rest the cart against my car. Because I don't, it's dinged. It's already dinged. I don't care. Can I feed you one?
Muffy Spoon. Muffy Spoon.
Sure.
Hello.
So I decide to turn the air conditioner on. I always get dirty looks for that from people driving by. Because I'm wearing the baby and then I sit in the driver's seat and start the car. People are like, come on. See? I'm getting ahead of people's judgments and assuming they're judging me. No one judged me. I reject that. I don't receive that energy of judgment. I'm changing. I'm blossoming and I'm changing. I ding my car, start the car, come back around, grocery bag, holding the baby. She's chonk, too. She's chonk. Grocery, door. Grocery, door. Grocery, door. And as I'm coming back, and I'm very aware of them next to me as well, loading their car. And if we see Chauncey for the match, I mean, maybe he'll bring it back. I'm not sure. They're talking. He's like, oh, and then we gotta go back to Prague to pick up that. They're talking about that sort of thing. And I'm like, whatever. And I'm packing my groceries, and I'm reaching for my cart, and the woman comes up and she grabs it first, and she goes, no. And I was like, she's gonna yell at me, and she goes, no. She's like, I got it. And I was like, no. And she was like, I'll get it for you. She was like, cute baby. And as she's going away, his car's backing out and pulls up. And she's too little. She can't have any. And as she's pulling, what is it, baby? What? So, as she's taking my cart away, the man is backing out of his spot, and to be accurate, he did not back out. He pulled forward. He's one of those assholes. He's one of those kind gentlemen with a huge... See, my radical campaign of kindness while driving, see? It's changing me. I'm getting better. He's one of those people who decides to back into the parking spot to save themselves time getting out. And as he pulls up in front of me, I look up at him just to see, was he a part of this whole... And he's the biggest goofball, this little rascal of a guy. He's sitting at the wheel, and he's going... waving at me, smiling real big with his stupid Tommy Bahama belt. They make belts that match the Hawaiian shirt? I didn't know. I don't live that way. Such an idiot, dude. This topic was meant to be a YouTube short. And now we got a whole episode of the Cuppa Joe and the W out of it. So, cheers to the grocery store workers. Cheers to Ryan. Cheers to Lucia. Cheers to Steve. Cheers to Harry. Cheers to Bob. Cheers to Bingo. Cheers to Debbie. Cheers to Debbie. Oh, sweet lady. Oh, real sweet. Except I think Debbie might have an evil twin sister. Because Debbie's real sweet, has nice makeup. She's probably in her 70s, late 70s probably.
Mama.
You want more? It's yummy, isn't it? I think Debbie has an evil twin. Because Debbie, she always got a wrist brace. She's got long blonde hair, late 70s. Beautiful makeup, beautiful hair. Talks to me very candidly about motherhood and grandmotherhood and just asks me questions and says, And then there's this other old lady who works there who looks, I swear to God, it's Debbie. Like, long blonde hair, has like the same kind of shape to her face, blue eye, always has heavy eye makeup, but she just doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't know at all what's happening. She came up to my baby daughter, and look, Mama Bear mode activated, but I don't know how to act in these situations, and it was so quick. She comes up right to my baby and touches her and goes, I love him, and walks away. Hello? Don't touch my baby. The forced vibrato, like Fergie in the national anthem. Don't touch my baby.
No.
Don't touch my baby.
No.
What should I sing then?
Poppy.
Poppy? What should I sing? A, B, C, D?
No.
Should I sing, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, she'll be... Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
No.
No?
That.
Glob. You want me to sing the Glob song? Glob, glob, glob. Glob's over here, glob's over there. Be careful what you wear when you have globs. When you have globs. You have globs of food because you're a toddler. Should I sing some, maybe we should do some Sam Cooke. You seem to like that one when I sing. You never stop me from singing that one. Cupid, draw back your bow. Hit. What about Raffi? I like to eat apples and bananas. Sometimes if there's a bad buggy, I clap and he disappears. Right? We just like to make bad buggies disappear. He knows. He sees me.
Bad bug.
Disappeared.
Bad bug.
You have more on your tray, baby. Yeah, man. So, well, this is long enough that I've been not giving my children full attention and talking to you. Thanks for watching. Put your carts away and be nice to your grocery store people. Because look, I was nice to those people, and then those other nice people who I thought were assholes come out and put my cart away from me because I had a baby. And that was really, it was so hot, dude. That was so thoughtful. And they had to get to Prague immediately. I mean, they were talking about what a rush they were in for their tennis match in Prague. See you later, cow ladies.